All right, everybody, this is a guided walkthrough for the Riddle Registry challenge from picoCTF as part of their Pico Mini by CMU Africa event. So the description on the challenge says, "Hi, intrepid investigator. You've stumbled upon a peculiar PDF filled with what seems like nothing more than garbled nonsense. But beware, not everything is as it appears. Amidst the chaos lies a hidden treasure, an elusive flag waiting to be uncovered." So it says, find the PDF file here, hidden confidential document, and uncover the flag within the metadata. So what we need to do for this challenge is we need to download the file. So we're just going to go over to the link, we're going to right click it, and then we're going to select copy link. So after that, we're going to go over to the web shell, and in the web shell, we're going to create a directory to work inside of. So we're going to make a directory called Riddle Registry, I think. Riddle_registry. And then we're going to enter that directory. We like to segment our file system so that we're not leaving all of the files in one directory because it can get kind of messy. So now that we're in the Riddle Registry directory, we'll type debiget and then space and then paste in the file address we copied. So after we do that, hit the enter key, and then we've downloaded the confidential.pdf file here. Okay, clear the screen, and we've got the PDF file. We can't actually open up the PDF file inside of the web shell, but what we can do is we can take a look at what the file actually is. If we type in file and then confidential.pdf, we can see that this is a PDF document, version 1.7, one page. Okay, but what else can we do? So since this is a digital forensics challenge, there's a number of different things we can take a look at. For example, we could take a look at the readable strings inside of the document by using the strings command, and this will let us know if there's any hidden strings in here. Most of the hidden strings inside of these type of files are associated with not the text, but rather the metadata. So there's a bunch of different metadata inside of the file. Let's talk a little bit more about that before we solve the challenge. Okay, where is it? So in this challenge, we're asked to find a flag in a PDF document. So this is Riddle Registry. Okay, so we're asked to find a flag in the PDF document. So because all of these CTF challenges are about finding flags somewhere in the challenge. So if we look at the document normally, we don't find the hidden information we're looking for. So sometimes you need to actually open up the documents in the regular way to progress the challenge. But in this case, we don't need to. But what we're actually taking a look at is we're taking a look at the metadata for the document. So most media files, such as picture files, audio files, and video files, have metadata associated with them, which is data about the data. So PDF files are another type of file that also has metadata embedded inside of it. In media files, this metadata is called EXIF, and it can tell us info such as the device that we used to create the file size, and much more. So we can use a common tool in Linux called EXIF tool to inspect a file's EXIF metadata. So in this case, there's a strange value in the author field in the EXIF data. This is actually an encoded string that was encoded using a system called base64. So if we go back to the web shell here, and we take a look at the confidential.pdf, we can use the EXIF tool command, EXIF tool space, and then the name of the file, confidential.pdf. And this will let us know about the metadata for this file. So we've got, let's see, the file name, the directory, file size, all this good stuff. But we also see this strange string in the author field. So, I mean, this is probably not the author. And what this actually is an encoded string. So encoded means that it's been modified to transform the data. So if we take a look at this, we can echo out this string and we can pipe it into the base64 command to decode this. So base64 is the encoding method for this string. Anytime you see a bunch of uppercase and lowercase letters along with a bunch of numbers, then this might be a base64 encoded string. Base64 is a very common encoding scheme you see inside of CTF challenges, and it's just a way to transform information from a readable form to a non-readable form. Okay, so if we decode the string, we actually get the flag. So it's called picoCTF puzzled metadata found. So sometimes you can find some interesting data inside of the metadata. So this is what this challenge was trying to teach. So before we finish off, is there anything else I was saying about this? Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the base64 encoding. So base64 is a common encoding method found in CTF challenges to disguise information. So it's pretty common to see in the information technology space, and it was originally used to move around binary data and turn binary data into a form that can be easily moved around different systems. I think the original use for base64 was to transmit binary data across networks, because it puts it into a form that that most applications can handle, which is basic uppercase, lowercase letters, and not non-printable bytes. So if you wanted to encode data into base64, it's pretty easy. We can demonstrate it over here. Okay, so if we wanted to echo out, this is readable data, and then pipe it out into base64, it'll transform this message into a base64 string. So it turns into this string over here. So an important thing to know when you're taking a look at random strings of numbers and letters is that if you see these equal signs over here, it's usually a good indication that this might be a base64 encoded string, because the number of characters in a base64 encoded string has to be divisible by the number 4. That's just how the base64 system works. But if the number of characters doesn't equal a number that's divisible by 4, it'll pad out the string with the number of these equal signs over here. So if we wanted to get our original message back from this, we would echo it out, echo out the string, and then pipe it into base64-D for decode, and we get the original message back. I guess the last thing we should do is we should get the flag value. So the flag is over here, and we're just going to base64 decode it, and then we find the flag. So we just need to copy the flag, go back to the challenge, and then paste in the flag value, and then click on Submit Flag, and we're finished. All right, everybody, this was a guided walkthrough for the Riddle Registry Challenge from picoCTF as part of their Pico Mini by CMU Africa event. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out.
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button, and if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.